Hi, my name is Winston. Welcome to 5 Years to Mastery. I'm super excited to have you guys here and just really looking forward to an amazing journey with you. And everyone has that point in their lives when they feel stuck, right? I mean, I'm sure you've been there as well. I've been there before. As a matter of fact, I can remember 2013, I was in a very low point in my life in pretty much every area, financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, but I was really looking for the answers, really trying to figure things out, and I got to that point where I did, and I broke through 2013, start to progress in life. But then you get to that point where you're feeling stuck and you break through and you start to progress, but then you reach that point where you start to plateau. And that's really where I was in 2016. And that's the reason why I actually decided to do 5 Years to Mastery. Now, how did this idea come about? Well, I can't remember the exact date, as a matter of fact, and day. It was Thursday, April 28th, 2016. I was doing my usual, devotion, spiritual time, spiritual routine. And really just having a brief word with God, and all of a sudden I literally heard the term 5 years to mastery. I kid you not, I had no thoughts of it. It wasn't any preconceived thought, but the words 5 years to mastery just came to me. And at the time I didn't even understand what it meant. But I just said, okay, 5 years to mastery. Don't know what that means, but I wrote it down. And as I started to actually, work on it, I guess you can say the vision became a lot clearer to me to actually manifest, what it is today. Because originally, what I was planning to do is, the idea behind 5 years to mastery is, I would literally take 5 years to actually help me to move from where I am right now to really get to another level in my life that I've never experienced before, but I would actually take 5 years to get there. Now, originally this was just supposed to be a project that I would work on for myself in private. No one really know about it. But then the more I started working on it, then the more the vision started to expand and manifest into something just beyond me. First it was just me, thinking about just doing it, for myself in private. No one would know. But then it manifested, and I got the idea that, why not put my journey out there so others can actually be inspired by what I'm doing. But then it later on grew to something even bigger than I could even think possible. So why I decided to do this? Well, in my own process of actually working on myself, trying to get to that level of mastery, I started talking with a lot of other people, and one of the things I started realizing is a lot of the challenges that I was going through in terms of helping to get over certain fears that you have, certain self-doubt, and one of my biggest struggles has been inconsistency for years. I started talking with other people and realizing that they were actually experiencing the same challenges I were. So I made the decision that, instead of just putting the journey out there, whether in the form of a blog, a website, or a video, I would actually put strategies and techniques that I've personally used to help me break through, turn my life around, in the hopes that it can help someone else as well to actually turn their lives around. Now, one of the things I'm sure you want to know is, what separates 5 years to mastery from everything else that's out there? What are we going to bring that's going to be so much different than what everybody else is doing? Well, I'll answer that with 2 answers. And the first one is, one of the things I've realized is there are a lot of people out there who, they teach on certain things, they coach on certain things, but they actually have no experience in teaching and coaching what they're doing. And one of the things I've always said is there's a difference between intellectual understanding and experiential understanding. Intellectual understanding is you can probably read something in a book You can probably listen to an audio and then you can just basically paraphrase what the author or the person said. But experiential understanding is when you've actually taken that information, applied it in your own life, and through your own experience, through your own trial and failure, you can actually help others to actually learn and grow from what you have experienced, so they won't necessarily make the same mistake as well. And that's what really separates what I do from what everybody else may be doing or what most people may be doing. Because I'm someone that I truly believe in authenticity. I don't believe in teaching someone something that you're not practicing in your own life. So basically, it's just a matter of walking the thought that you have. I've been really heavily into personal development, something I've been obsessed with pretty much for the last, I can say, almost 10 years now in my life, as I'm actually doing this video. And one of the things when I may read a book or may read an article or listen to an audio is they always give very vague information on how to actually transform your life. They may tell you to do certain things, but there isn't like a step-by-step practical breakdown of how to actually do it. So for example, you may read an article and the article may say 5 different ways to success. And the first one they may say to you is, you need to be more confident. You need to overcome your fears. You need to take massive action right now. Well, one of the things I always ask myself is, if you have somebody that has been told all their life that they're worth nothing, that their life is meaningless, that they can't do it, and they have that programmed in them for the last 10, 20, 30 years. I mean, how do you really tell somebody like that, to accomplish their goals, to achieve everything that they've ever dreamed of and thought possible? How do you tell somebody like that who has all that self-doubt programmed into their mind for years, that all they need to do is just believe in themselves? How do you tell somebody that probably has had a traumatic experience from a very young age that has created a crippling and paralyzing fear? How do you tell somebody like that the only thing they need to do is overcome their fears? And that's always been one of my problems, is that people will repeat these success teachings, but they don't really tell you the practical step-by-step approach of actually how to accomplish these things, how to do these things. And that's actually one of the things that I bring to the table using 5 years to mastery, is that everything that I speak about, I want to ensure that it's a step-by-step practical breakdown that you can actually use, that you can take, you can write it down, you can implement right away and actually start to see improvements in your life. To actually help you guys, one of the things I want to do is actually introduce you to something I call the 6-step process. Now, I'll be the first to tell you the strategies that I'm going to tell you is nothing new. It's nothing, that's innovative necessarily that I've come up with. I mean, I'm sure that you can go and you can search online, you can read any book, and you can actually find the information that I'm giving you. All I'm really doing is just taking it from a different standpoint, from a different perspective, based on my experience, and break it down in probably very simplistic terms that you can understand and be able to apply to your life. The first step is you need to identify what it is in your life that you're actually dissatisfied with and want to change. And now, what does that change actually look like? The complete opposite. Step 2. Why is it a must for you? And it has to be a reason why you're doing this, a reason that's emotionally compelling to you. Step 3. What are the consequences if you don't follow through on your actions to actually change or improve your life? Step 4. What are all the hindrances that are actually keeping you from achieving or taking action towards this goal that you have? Step 5. Out of all the hindrances that you actually listed, which one if you took that one, forget all the others. If you took that one, it could actually help you to significantly move from 0 to 100 in your life over the next 12 months. And the final step is, what action could you take consistently that will actually move you each day closer to that goal, so that you can actually see the improvement in your life 12 months from now. That's the 6 steps, guys. What we'll do now is actually go into part 2 of this video, where I will actually break down the 6 steps in greater detail. So if you're ready for that, you can click below for the link to part 2 of this video. So get ready, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and all the best. Goodbye.